Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. I said welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. I said welcome to the channel. His name Dave. His name Dave. His name Dave. Welcome to the channel. His name Dave. His name Dave. His name Dave. Welcome to the channel.
We got big trucks, big lives, new verse, new track, big things. We turning up in this things. On the beat, we got heat. Thanks to Big Bird. On the beat, we got big trucks, big lives, new verse.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode with your boy Dave. Today we are actually in a dump truck. It's been a while. Actually, it's not been a while, but it's just been a while since I actually recorded being in a dump truck. So today we're over here at a job by the airport, from Old Dixie over to W Grant. Pretty good job. We just dumping dirt, and I thought it'd be interesting because the last time I did a dump truck video, I was actually working for Modere, and all his stuff was automatics. But now back in the old school manual, and it is a lot more different driving a stick than it is an automatic when it comes to dump trucks. One mainly is because you have a lot more control over the truck, which you need with 20 tons on the back of your back. So I like driving the manual because you have full control of the truck, and as well as with a manual, it keeps you up. It gives you something to do while you're driving throughout the day. It's not as strenuous as a car because once you pop the clutch and get rolling, you can just float the gears and you don't even have to touch the clutch again. So that's what I really like about the dump truck. So stay tuned today. Hopefully I can get some little different shots with me getting loaded. I was trying to get me getting dumped, but my actual phone mount doesn't have the little fastener piece on the back. So even if I put the GoPro up there, I don't think it's going to stay as it should. So, but we'll get that worked out. But today, I actually might show you guys how to float gears. I don't know if you guys are in the CDL or, you have your CDL or you're in the dump trucks or whatnot, any truck. But it was a method. You can either double clutch or you can float the gears. And I like to float the gears because clutching is just too much movement. So stay tuned and sit back and enjoy the video. Hey boss, you think you can do me a favor? Can you record the truck getting loaded for me? Just show it. Well, I just checked the video and seems like Buddy didn't record anything. Maybe he hit record and it stopped recording. So I'm sorry about that. I didn't get the truck getting loaded, but that wasn't the biggest thing about it. It was about hitting these gears. So I think this visual right here will be able to help you guys, kind of understand exactly what I talk about high and low. So you start off, of course, first gear is between right, reverse, I said right, and third. So you go first, second, third, fourth, hit your high switch to go to the high side, which is the grade, and then you go fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and that's pretty much how you go through the gears, so you can actually get a visual. The high side switch is located right up under the handle, right there. All right, so there's many different ways to float gears. Clutch in, I'm putting it in first. Boom, we're in first. Stop sign. Here we go. I'm off the clutch. Second. Third. Fourth. Gotta hit the switch to go to high side. Fifth. railroad tracks. I dropped the camera, dog. All right, so in a dump truck, the best thing to do is define the gear instead of using the clutch. All right, so now I'm in neutral. I'm gonna go down to the low side. Most of the times when turning, it's usually gonna be like 4th gear, maybe 5th gear, to where you'll come out of it. But I like being in 4th. Give it some gas, let it slide into gear. High side. RPMs got to match the engine speed a little bit differently than a car, because a car, once you press the clutch, you can put it in any gear. Once you come off the clutch, it's going to go in gear. Dump trucks aren't kind of quite like that. You really got to match the speed with the gear, and even when you press the clutch, it may or may not go into gear. So right now I'm in 1st and clutch is in. Of course, once I ease out the clutch, it's just like a car, but the clutch really does most of the work in a dump truck. It's very strong. So once you ease out the clutch, that's it. You don't have to touch the clutch again until pretty much till you stop and you're coming off a gear again. So we're probably making to about 6, 7, 8, 6, probably 7 gear. 8 is usually for when you 55 plus and you're ready to roll. Usually highway, you get to 8. But most of these side streets and stuff like that. So that's 1st gear. 2nd. 3rd. It went all the way in. Back in 3rd. 4th. That's crazy. I messed up on camera, huh? 5th. And we getting every light right now. I can't even go through the gears with y'all how I want. Dang. But don't tell nobody I hit that gear like that, because that was ugly. That popped right up out of gear. Let's try this again. We're in 1st gear. Just want to ease out the clutch, let it start rolling, and once you're off the clutch, then you can float the gears. To get the gear to come out of gear, you got to let off the gas and kind of just give the handle a slight tug, and it'll come right out of gear. Like, it doesn't take a lot. And to go into gear, as long as the RPMs with the transmission match up with I say RPMs with the truck speed match up, then it just slides into the next gear. So it does take some time to get used to it, and the best thing to do is listen for the sound of the truck. When it sounds like it's running out of RPM or running out of give. These trucks have a lot of torque, so you gotta be able to control it. So I'm going into a turn. I just currently put it in neutral. I'm about to go through my turn, me personally. I'm gonna go to 4th gear. I'm gonna go to the low side. I'm in my turn, give it a little gas, slide right into gear. Go back to high side. Bit different. Same concept as a car, as in you press in the clutch, kind of give it some RPMs, and put it in gear. It's a little different because you're not relying on the clutch in a sense. Pretty much, if you downshift to get the gear out of shift, you pretty much let off the gas and then pull much. But one thing you do must, if you want to downshift, is get those RPMs high, so the transmission can go into gear. I'll do a few downshifts for you guys. Let me slow down and do a downshift. Kind of coming up the hill a little bit, so I'm in 7th right now. I'm gonna shift down to 6th. So it's not as easy, but when you make it look easy, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So if you're going downhill, it's better to downshift instead of trying to rely on your air brakes, because if the hill's long enough, or you're going down a steep decline, like coming through the mountains, and you constantly pressing on those brakes, eventually, you know, hopefully your truck good enough to rebuild that pressure back up in those tanks, because if you run out of air pressure, bye-bye brakes. So that's why you really want to downshift, and so you can really get control of that weight. I really don't know if you guys can hear me or not, because I know how loud this truck is. I can barely talk on the phone. Oh look, we made it to 8th gear. We made it to 8th. Right here running along the side of the highway. So I'm doing 50 miles an hour. So downshift, since we're 8, RPM's kind of low, we're gonna go in neutral, pick up the RPMs, let it slide into gear. You know, that's just what you do. I'm gonna downshift to the stop sign. So I'm at 45, I'm in 7th gear. Slowing down a little bit, don't do that. Oh, they jumped down in front of me. All right. So that's 6. That's 5th. So going to low side, you wanna go ahead and hit the switch to low side, so when you come out of gear, the train is gonna switch to low side. So I'm gonna give it some gas. It'll brake a little bit. Like, you really got to be going down the hill to be downshifting, because I could have just hit the brakes. But I'm just showing you guys. And you don't even have to press the clutch in. Just let it boom, first gear. And that's not grinding the gears. It's actually just finding the gear. It's not doing nothing wrong in a dump truck. Over here at the job site. Go ahead and hit my tarp. Taking the highway, they beat me over here. I do take the highway sometimes, but dispatcher said that he don't want us taking the highway, so I'm just gonna no clutch. That was just RPM, just hit the gas, boom boom, we out of here. This is what we're looking like. Two trucks in front of me. Let's see how they dump that. that's today's videos, just floating through gears. That's it. I wish I could have got a little bit more, but I'll do that next video. If I'm working tomorrow, I'll try to get another phone mount, so we can actually get the full scope of things. But appreciate you. It's a quick video. We'll probably be back out here next week. I'll probably end up doing another video with a little bit better shots and whatnot. So go ahead, like, subscribe, comment. You got any questions, let me know what's up. Let me know what's up. Peace.
Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. I said welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. I said welcome to the channel.